Under the blistering Arizona sun, where the desert wind carried stories of ghosts, droughts, and forgotten promises, rode a solitary cowboy named Mason Hawley, a drifter with dust in his boots, a scar across his heart, and a thirst that had pushed him far beyond the limits of reason. For 2 days he had searched for water, and with his horse trembling beneath him and his lips cracked open like old leather, he stumbled upon a hidden valley that shimmered like a mirage. There lay a narrow, silver stream running through blood-red rocks, so silent and untouched that it felt like the breath of the earth itself. And though every instinct in Mason whispered danger, thirst made decisions that wisdom could not stop. So he knelt, cupped the cold water in his trembling hands, and drank deeply without knowing that this quiet stream was the forbidden water of the Apache, sacred to their people, protected for centuries, and reserved only for rituals of destiny and marriage. The moment the water touched his tongue, the air around him seemed to change, thickening, humming, tightening as though the land had awakened. And before Mason could stand, he felt the cold muzzle of spears at his back and saw dozens of Apache warriors emerging from the rocks like shadows rising from the underworld, their faces painted, their eyes sharp, and at their center stood Chief Harakani, tall and solemn, with a thunder-hard voice that echoed across the valley as he roared, "You have drunk from the stream that binds a life to our tribe. By our law, you must marry the daughter whose destiny was written in these waters." Shocked, confused, and barely standing, Mason protested, but the warriors tightened their circle, and the chief lifted his hand for silence before revealing the truth that stilled Mason's breath. The daughter, Aluna, was blind since birth, a woman of gentle spirit, sharp mind, and a voice believed to carry the wisdom of the wind, yet cursed by fate to never see the sky. The tribe believed that whoever drank from the stream was chosen by the spirits to be her protector and partner, and though Mason wanted nothing more than to walk away, something in the chief's eyes, something ancient, wounded, hopeful, stopped him. Still, he was taken to the village tied by honor rather than rope, where he heard whispers, saw cautious glances, and sensed the heavy weight of tradition pressing upon him like chains. Yet when he finally met Aluna, standing barefoot beside the fire with long dark hair falling like a waterfall over delicate shoulders, reaching out her hands to sense his presence, Mason felt a strange stillness take root inside him. Not fear, not guilt, but a calm recognition, as though the water had awakened something he didn't know he had lost. She spoke softly, asking his name, asking if he feared her blindness, asking why fate would choose a wandering cowboy for a destiny she never asked for. And Mason unexpectedly found himself speaking truths he had never spoken aloud: the loneliness of drifting, the ache of having no home, the constant search for meaning in a world that offered none. As days passed, the tribe watched him with suspicion, but Aluna listened without judgment, teaching him the ways of the wind, the meaning of silence, the heartbeat of the desert. And slowly Mason realized the blindness that held her was not darkness but a different kind of vision, one that saw deeper than sight itself. When raiders threatened the Apache Valley, when flames crackled and horses screamed, Mason fought beside the tribe with a fierceness born not from obligation but from a new sense of belonging, saving Aluna when danger closed in and earning the respect of warriors who once despised him. And when the fires died and dawn broke, Chief Harakani placed his hand on Mason's shoulder and asked him one final time, "Stranger, will you stand by my daughter not because the water commanded it, but because your heart chooses it?" And Mason, breathing deeply, feeling Aluna's hand find his with the softness of morning light, whispered, "I choose her," shocking even himself with the clarity of his words. The village erupted in gratitude. The drums rose, and Aluna, smiling with a light only she could feel, touched his face and said, "I cannot see the world, Mason, but I can see you." A sentence that broke and rebuilt something inside him all at once. Their marriage became a legend, whispered across the plains how a cowboy found destiny in forbidden water, how love grew where no one expected it, and how a blind woman taught a lost man to finally open his eyes. And as Mason and Aluna stood beneath the starlit sky, hand in hand, he would whisper to her that life had given him many roads, but only one true path, a path that began the moment he drank from the forbidden stream. And dear viewers, if stories like this touch your heart, inspire your spirit, or make you feel the magic of the Wild West? Then don't forget to subscribe to Wild West Diaries, because many more powerful untold legends are waiting for you.